If you think PTE speaking is just about talking clearly and naturally, this video really isn't for you, seriously. Because what I'm about to say, it's only for the people who are done wasting money on test bookings. I've spent thousands of dollars experimenting with the real PTE exam, not just random practice tests online, but the real ones. I've scored a perfect 90 in each section, in all sections including listening, reading, speaking, and writing multiple times whenever I wish. But here's the crazy part. Even native speakers fail PTE speaking section. Yeah, native, English, white people. Why is this? Because they don't understand the rules of the game. PTE isn't really testing your language skills only. It's testing how well you follow its algorithmic rules. And if you break them, even accidentally, your score will crash. Today, I'm exposing the 5 deadly mistakes that ruin your speaking scores, even if your pronunciation is great. Avoiding these 5 common mistakes can save you $1,000 or even $2,000, which people often do. It actually happens in wasted test fees. Because if you fail the test more than 4 times, that's close to $2,000. Let's get real. Most people take the PTE like they are chatting with a friend. They think, as long as I speak clearly, naturally, I'll get the good score, right? Because that's what he said. Wrong. That mindset is exactly why most people fail. PT doesn't care how natural you sound, as they claim to be. If you don't understand the mechanics behind the score, you're just gambling with your money, with your time, and possibly with your future. Now, here's the harsh truth. Speaking naturally only equals failing the test. If you approach PT the same way you approach a real life conversation, you will lose. Because you're not being scored by a person, you're being scored by a machine trained on patterns. So stop relying on your gut feeling only. For now, this test isn't about your real English skills only. It's about your strategy. So let me share these 5 common mistakes of the many mistakes that I found. Mistake number 1, speaking too quietly. You think the microphone will pick up your voice just fine perfectly? Wrong again. I know that Pearson says you don't need to speak loudly. Our microphones are sensitive. It will be able to distinguish your voice from the background noise. And I call BS on this one. Have you seen those test centers? Let's get real. Cheap headphones, no soundproofing, background noise everywhere. You're sharing a room with 7 other people, talking all at once. That's the reality. So what happens if you speak softly? The software hears the background noise only, not you. Your delivery sounds weak and your score will be crashing down. So what do? Speak with firm, confident tone. Don't scream out, but do not whisper either. Mistake number 2, trying to repeat everything you heard in repeat sentence. Sometimes when you do repeat sentence, you hear these long sentences and your brain panics subconsciously. We all do. And then subconsciously, you tell yourself, I have to repeat every single word that I heard, or otherwise I'm gonna lose points. Now stop thinking that. That's what amateurs do, okay? You will stutter, you pause, you disconnect, and guess what? You lose more points. It's better to be fluent with 70% of the content you heard compared to a broken fluency with 100% of the content that you heard. So why is this? Because repeat sentence scores are based mostly on fluency, not content perfection. What's the key? Listen actively, capture the keywords which you're quite certain only, speak smoothly even if a few words are missing. So if I were to graph it out, my certainty of the word that I heard from the question, at the beginning, we need to ignore the words which are not certain and only try to remember and repeat the words that we are more certain. Of course, as you get better, you'll be able to recognize more words from the question, so you'll be able to attempt more words per question. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Mistake number 3, overvaluing speed. Now, I'm sure you've heard you have to speak fast to score high in PTE. Yeah, it's everywhere online, I know. But here's the full story that you don't know. Yes, speed does help, but only if you maintain fluency, content, and pronunciation to some extent. And what happens when you force speed without these basic elements? You sound rushed, you mispronounce, you drop words, and your fluency crashes. I know you've experienced this before. For example, let's say you got this easy question. If you need a part-time job, you should not interfere with your studies. Now, this was an easy question because no difficult words in here. So you probably heard all the words from the question. It will be very difficult for you to remember everything. But if you subconsciously try to remember and try to repeat all the words that you heard, you'll be like, if you need a job, it should interfere with your studies. Okay, you will lose your fluency massively. So don't chase speed like it's the magic bullet. Speed is a tool, it's not an end goal. Okay, so set your priorities correct. Number one is fluency, and then content and pronunciation, and then finally speed. Mistake number 4, ignoring answer short questions. I heard answer short question is low weight, so I skip it. I've heard this one before. No, low weight doesn't mean no weight. This test is a game of accumulation. You get 1 point here, you get 2 points there. It adds up, it multiplies and gives you a synergetic effect at the end altogether. In answer short question, you need to answer fast. You need to answer your response in 3 seconds. So you can't afford to blank out. Let me give you an example. Try to answer this, okay? What do you stir in milk to make a cake? 3, 2, 1. Do you know the answer? The answer was flour. Now, it wasn't a difficult question if you've seen the prediction question before. If you've seen it before, it's an easy question. You put flour in your cake, right? If I ask you like that and you're forced to answer in 3 seconds, it might feel difficult. So skim through the prediction questions just before your test. Even once is enough to boost your accuracy dramatically. Mistake number 5, forcing perfect grammar in describe image. This one's a killer. I'll share this one with you of the many things that I found in the new describe image and retail lecture. Good English students fall for it all the time. They try to describe the image in perfect grammar, full sentences, perfect clauses, fancy vocabulary, and then what happens? They pause, they hesitate, they disconnect. So here's the truth. You don't need perfect grammar.
What?
You can literally say something like, this image shows bar graph, shows increased sales 2021, highest point July. Is this a perfect English? No. Is this enough for PTE? Yes. I can't give away everything, all the tips, because it's included in my online course, but scoring cares more about other things than grammar. Don't be afraid to make grammatical mistakes. Go for it. Now you might think, but Jimmy, aren't you exaggerating a little bit? I'm not exaggerating, but here's the thing. I've taken this test over 10 times, paid full price every time. I've tested every variable so that you don't have to. And the result speaks for itself. I got each 90 whenever I wanted. And if I count all the official Pearson practice tests as well, it's close to 100. So these advice that I'm giving you, it's not guesswork. It's data-backed, field-tested advice. Let me give you a quick story. One student named Josh, he was a native speaker from Canada, very fluent, very confident, still scored 62 in speaking only. Compared to his real potential, it was a low score. After joining the course, within about 2 weeks, that score from 62 went up to 89. So what changed? Not his English. That was already good. Okay, we fixed his microphone position a little, tweaked his delivery, simplified his describe image strategy. Boom, done. Small changes, big difference. Now let's recap. Number 1, don't speak too quietly. Number 2, in repeat sentence, prioritize fluency over others. Number 3, don't obsess over speed too much. Number 4, do the answer short questions predictions at least once. Number 5, forget perfect grammar in describe image. If this helped you, hit the like button so it reaches out to more people, and you can revisit and revise this video time and time again. And if you have a fail story, drop it down in the comment section. Let's help each other grow based on these cases and experiences. My name is JimmySSem. Don't just guess, play smart, don't give up, and see you next time.